Good morning and welcome to Travel Day. We are heading to the airport. It's about 5:45 in the morning. And yeah, just saying goodbye to the dogs and we are going to Bristol Airport. So come join us for a new cruise vlog series. Here she is!
Aboard the wonderful Azura, to all of those of you who joined the ship today or yesterday. And of course, for all of you who are continuing your holiday with us from the previous cruise, it is of course great to still have you with us for another great week of cruising. And I can allow you to welcome our newer, fresher guests with a warm welcome and smiley faces, of course. So ahead of us is a fantastic cruise with great destinations, lots of wonderful entertainment with abundance of culinary delights, a wonderful crew to pamper you, and the proverbial cherry on the cake. I am hopeful that I will be able to introduce you to that big yellow thing in the sky that we call the sun, which I believe has been eluding the UK of late, so that should be a nice thing to look forward to. Azura will of course be cruising around the Atlantic Islands, departing Tenerife this evening, then initially with a day at sea tomorrow as we head up to the beautiful island of Madeira for our call on Monday. Should receive departure clearance around about 21:30, that's 9:30 proper money, at which point we will then make our departure shortly thereafter. If you've got nothing else planned, then please join the team on the upper deck to enjoy the sail away from Santa Cruz, like I say, at 9:30 this evening. Now, after the emergency drill and safety broadcast this evening, so as not to disrupt you any further, I will not make any further announcements this evening. And once cleared this evening, we will simply let go the lines and depart. Once we clear the harbour, the ship will follow the east coastline of Tenerife before setting northerly courses, heading towards our next port call, which of course is Funchal, the beautiful island of Madeira. And we are scheduled to be arriving there on Monday morning. And again, one or two of you have been asking with regards to the weather out in the Atlantic. Just bear in mind, we are going out into the North Atlantic. It is March. However, I have been doing my naked seaweed dance to the weather gods, and I'm confident to give you a smooth and comfortable cruise north. And of course, I will do my best to find the blue skies and the sunshine for you, but it's not looking too bad out there. The weather for the run north in detail is currently forecast to be fresh winds out of the east. A bit of a swell kicking down from the northwest, which should ease as we head north through tomorrow. The forecast for Madeira, 18 degrees centigrade, scattered cloud and sunny, so looking good. So before I finish, I do need to remind you that there is only one more bit of business that we do need to do this evening before we sail, and that is the guest drill for newly embarked guests. The drill does not require attendance, however, after the rugby, we're going to time it forward, which will be around about 18:30, 6:30. Broadcast will be made and emergency signals sounded for your familiarisation. Crew will be in position on the stairways and muster stations, and of course you will hear from me once again talking about the ship's emergency procedures. That's it, I've rattled on far too long. Once again, a very warm welcome on board. Thank you for joining us. We've got a wonderful cruise lined up to you. I will very much look forward to getting to know you over the coming days, and like I say, I will speak to you with the emergency procedures at 6:30 this evening. Thank you.
Hello, we have arrived on Azura in Tenerife and it is beautiful. It's so warm. It's so, isn't it warm, Mum? Yeah, so we're on board, we've settled in, we have unpacked, I will show you, and I'm just enjoying our sea view. We're gonna go get ready for dinner because we've not had a proper meal today and it's 6:30, so we're gonna go out, get ready for dinner, and I think we're gonna go to the main dining room today. We've booked Sindhu, we have booked Beach House, and we've booked the spa, so we have been already busy this afternoon from getting on board. So yeah, I'll show you around the cabin. So I'll give you a proper room tour later, but for now we have unpacked. Plenty of hanging space. I love this type of cabin. Mum's side, and then I've got my side. I do need a few more hangers, so I've asked our cabin steward Loyal, and he's going to get us some and bring them back, so that's great. But yeah, plenty of storage room, and we are already unpacked. So this is our view. So we have a sea view on Azura and it is great. We've got this beautiful picture window which is perfect, and it's not obstructed. It is under a canopy, which is fine, I have no problem with that, but beautiful clear view, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, got up about 4:30, picked up by Uber at 6 o'clock. We had pre-booked it, which is great and something I didn't really realise you could do, so well worth doing for peace of mind. And then Bristol airport was smooth. We checked in online last week, but dropped our bags off this morning, and bag drop was 5 minutes, if that. It was great. So we did bag drop. Security, again, really quick and good as well. And then we just went and had a cup of tea, had a wander around the airport, not really much to see, before we boarded our flight. So we boarded our flight, so our flight was at 9 o'clock. We're meant to be at 9 o'clock. So we boarded our flight, we were all good to go, and then we got told they had to, one, de-ice the plane because it started snowing whilst we were sort of walking to the plane. And then about 10 past 9, the captain came on and said that because of French air traffic control strikes, we couldn't depart for another hour, so we had to sit on the runway for an hour, or our bay for an hour, and then we had a 4-hour flight. So we took off an hour later, and then so arrived an hour later, but it was a really smooth flight. Really surprised with the amount of room on Jet 2 actually, so I was really happy with that. So it was Mum, and then I think it was about a 45-minute coach journey from Tenerife airport to the cruise terminal. Check-in again, really quick and convenient. I think there's been a lot of problems with flights today and yesterday because of the weather in the UK. So I think we're still waiting on maybe a few people. But we are in, we've been to the spa, so I've booked the hydrotherapy suite for our sea day, which is tomorrow. They don't have a hydrotherapy pool on board Azura, so worth noting. Yeah, they don't have one of them, but they do have, they look so good, I'll show you tomorrow. They have hot beds, they have like really good looking saunas, and one good thing about Azura, which is a bit different to, I guess, Britannia and Iona, is that you can go, there's a sauna that is just part of the changing rooms for women. So if you're going to the gym and you want to use the sauna, or you just want to use the sauna without the sort of hot beds, etc., then you can do without no extra cost, which I think is brilliant. So we've booked to go to that. We will be booking massages at some point because I've done things to my shoulder. Literally woke up with it this morning and it's quite painful. So we will do that, but I think we'll probably do that our second sea day. So we did that. We've sorted out our dining for Sindhu and for the beach house. So we've booked Sindhu for tomorrow night, which is formal night or celebration night, and then we've got the beach house for Friday night, sort of our last night, which I thought was really nice. And then we went for a drink. So we went to the Blue Bar and had a drink and just to sit down and chill because we've just been crazy today. So we did that. The captain on board, guys, I'm so excited. So back on Azura last year when we were in the Caribbean, we had Neil Turnbull as our captain and I adored him. His anecdotes, his entertaining quotes and things like that, he would describe, I think it was the first officer, as being like really good and having tummy tickles, which I just thought was brilliant. He is our captain on board. I didn't think he was going to be, I thought he was going home from something I had read, but he is our captain. So we've got Neil all week and I'm so happy. I adore him. He's such an entertaining captain and just seems lovely. So we've come back to our room, our suitcases were on board and at our cabin door in about 2 hours, so I think that's really good from the time we got off the coach to it. And then we've unpacked, we've FaceTimed my dad and my brother to check on the dogs and they're doing fine. And then we've just had a shower. I need to fix my hair and then we're going to go down to the main dining room for tea. And then I think our plan is to we're going to go up to the sail away party, so a sail away thing at 9:30, which is what time we're sailing away. So we're going for dinner about 7:30, so it should work all okay. But I am flagging. My makeup probably needs a bit of a refresh, but I have no energy to do it. But yeah, so the room's really nice. I'm really happy with the cabin. I love our picture window. It's so beautiful. So I will see how it goes for a week in the sunshine with a picture window rather than a balcony. It's going to be the longest time we've not had a balcony on a cruise ship, so the only other time we've had a sea view was on Disney Magic and that was 2 nights, so quite a short one. But Tenerife is stunning. We've had beautiful weather. It's been like 29 degrees today, so quite hot. So yeah, so I will finish getting ready and then we will go down to dinner and show you what's on offer in the main dining room. Hello. It's bedtime. We are shattered, so we're gonna go to bed. We went to the main dining room, we went to the Meridian for dinner, which was really nice. We shared a table. We'll put the menu up so you can see what the choices were. I had koftas for starter, butternut squash curry from Maine, and fruit salad for tea, dessert, so that was really nice. What did you have, Mum?
Mackerel and horseradish pate.
Mackerel and horseradish pate for starter.
Brisket of beef.
Beef brisket for main. And then you had, was it a apple strudel crumble type thing for desserts? That was really good. And then we've just been to the sail away party because we have now left Tenerife and we're heading to Madeira, so it's a day at sea tomorrow. So we will see you in the morning. So thank you for watching and good night.